Alrighty, hey there, nerds. Book 3 is upon us. Let's go over all of the information that we've gotten. I'm going to keep it as compact as possible, and we're also going to add in a little bit of, mythology and just lore and trivia. So let's dive in. Book 3. I'm not going to reveal who this character is just yet, but she is the new face of Heroes, just like Fjorm was before that, and she will be replacing Fjorm on the icon. Now, the person who's holding that, you can already guess just by the ash and the dust. That is Hel, goddess of death. And, yeah, she's shown up in the Xenologue and resurrected Surtur for no reason, which we probably could take back. But still, there you go. Looks exactly like a goddess of death that I would expect. I also like the washed-out tones that not only she has, but the character that's in her arms has. It's really nice. There's very nice artwork to go along with it. But along with Hel, there's a little bit of interesting details going on here. So the Asker duo seems to be traveling with a trio in this form, at least. Loki. And Loki has connections to Hel, being, of course, Hel's father in Norse mythology. And it really stands to reason if there's going to be any sort of connection. Now, the next bit here are these two characters. And I want you guys to pay attention to this character right here, Leif. This one actually has, well, a little bit of a mention in Heroes previously. I don't know if you guys remember when Aether Raids were introduced. Alphonse mentioned that the first king, Leif, introduced Aether Raids. And, well, it seems that there are some similarities between the two. Same with the frosted tips and everything. Looks like we might be getting some connections, some familial connections in this one with the first king. Now, the next unit here is Thracier, and, well, I can't really tell you too much about what her involvement in the story is going to be, but I can tell you that Leif and Thracier in Norse mythology were two humans who would go on to survive Ragnarok, and when Odin's time with the gods ends, they would repopulate the earth for humans. And I guess that kind of makes some sense in some ways. I think lineage is going to play a big part in this, and she seems to be something more based on Embla more than Asker. Now, I think you can kind of guess what's going to happen here. It looks like Sharina is going to bite it, and unfortunate for Alphonse, he's not looking too good with that. But, well, that's a bad thing. I feel so bad for him. Now, the next character we're going to discuss real quick before we discuss her, note that the three weapons from the Asker trio are in the foreground here, and it seems to be a little bit bleak here. And that is, of course, our new character, Eir, the new face of Heroes. And in Norse mythology, she is seen as somewhat of a healer. She's also a Valkyrie, and in some cases, she's also a Norn, which that has other, obligations and all sorts of other things going on. But Hel and her seem to be at odds, and it's going to be a very fascinating look into how these two are going to play off one another. I'm not sure if they're going to be related or if they're going to have something else entirely, but it looks like Hel is going to be, of course, our main stay baddie for this one, and I'm really interested to see how this is going to go. Let's move on to the Fae channel format and see what's there, shall we? Dive into the update information real quick and just pop this out and talk about everything that's happening, shall we? So, new seasons are being added, and while it says new season, there are in fact 4 new seasons coming out. Outside of the normal fire, water, wind, and earth, we also have light, dark, Astra, and Anima. Now, this means that we're going to be getting a new cycle. These are not tied directly to the other elements that we've had. They are going to be on a different one. They are also going to be tied to Aether Raid in some format. We're not quite sure how, but it's there. And they are not going to be coming from Legendary Heroes either. They're going to be coming from a new subset of heroes called Mythic Heroes. And I'm just going to let you guys guess who our first Mythic Hero is. And, well, in case you couldn't guess, it's Eir. Eir is here, and, well, she's ready. And you can summon for her, but you're also going to be getting her for free if you complete the first chapter of Book 3. So don't be too worried. You're getting a free unit out of this in some ways. That's not all we have to talk about, though. We also have to talk about the new summoning event that's coming. Hero Fest is returning. For those who aren't familiar with Hero Fest, this is an improved summon rate for focus units at 5%. However, there are still pity breakers, but the focus summon pool is much, much smaller than you would have in a legendary hero event. In fact, in this case, we are going to be getting Owain, Ophelia, Luwin, as well as our new mythic hero, Eir. So you will be able to summon for her as well as those 3 if you so decide to. That's pretty cool. I'm actually really excited about that. I'm not too sure how well that's going to work out when it comes to Mythic Heroes. I don't know how exactly they're going to appear, but we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for what's coming. Next up, though, well, we have to talk about the ticket system. And yes, I do see that flying man up there. We'll talk about him in a second. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the first summon ticket. In case you don't know what this is, this just replaces the first 5 orbs that you would spend when you initiate a summon. And that's pretty cool. It means that you get a free summon, and you will be able to earn these from events. So that's even better. But we have some, restrictions, of course. Namely, it's the first summon ticket. You can only use it when you first initiate the summon. So afterwards, you're going to have to spend orbs to continue to summon if you want to. Or you can, if you happen to have more first summon tickets, you can pull back out and go back in and summon again. And, well, that's not all we're here to talk about. When it comes to this, the first summon tickets will be introduced as obtainable from Forging Bonds in January. But, as a reminder, they will expire once the event is over, so you will need to use them once you get them. You can't just stockpile them. They want you to use them. We also have to talk about the January update that's coming, and, well, there's a bit there. I mean, it's not really anything big, right? I'm sure you're not you wondering what it is? Well, okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Beast units are finally in Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm so happy Tivern's there. The first ones are going to be focused on Radiant Dawn. No surprise there. That was announced before, at least that Radiant Dawn was coming. And, well, it's Beast units. You're probably noticing Tivern's there, but also you'll see another Beast unit down there. Nyla is down there next to Sharina and Alphonse. Means a lot. And it seems that when the heroes that are bestial transform, they gain enhanced movement. So it's going to be a very interesting look into how that's going to function. And of course, I think we have to mention that air is going to be free, and it seems to be a flying, by the looks of it, either dagger unit, because she is colorless. So, props to that, I guess. So you'll be able to enjoy all of that next when the patch and all of the maintenance is over at 11. Where's it? 10. In a few hours. So that is basically everything you're getting from Book 3. Are you guys excited? What do you think is happening? And do tell me in the comments if you're excited for what's coming in Book 3.